Jeff Bezos, the force behind the brand. Insight and analysis into the life and accomplishments of the richest man on the planet. Written by J.R. Macgregor. Narrated by Kevin Kollins. This book is dedicated to those that dream of changing the world. Preface. Despite our better angels, we seem to do things without rhyme nor apparent reason. We peer out at our neighbor's new car. We inflict our political views on our family. We judge others by the standards we set arbitrarily for ourselves, and we can't get enough of reality TV. All these factors of the human profile are connected more intricately than we realize. We do these things because the human species is inextricably connected at a very deep level, and the way it manifests is in our curiosity of our fellow man. We are all gifted in our own way, but more often than not, we do not know how to understand our gifts or use them in a way that results in spectacular results. We don't know how to be our own Elon Musk or our own Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, or Jeff Bezos. All these men, just a short sampling of some of the achievers out there, are extremely successful in what they do. Yet there is no duplicate among them. Bezos achieved tremendous success doing something very different to Steve Jobs. Bill Gates contributed something very different and went about doing it very differently from Elon Musk. But they all contributed significantly and in diverse areas of the life that our species experiences. We are not looking, and really we shouldn't be looking to do what they did, but we are looking to understand ourselves in the way they understood themselves and exploited their better angels. Let me illustrate. In writing this book about Bezos, I learned so many things about him, but more importantly, I learned something very important about my youngest son who behaves a lot like Bezos did when he was still a kid. As I researched his life, the avalanche of anecdotes that I pieced together in my research, while supposed to paint a picture of Bezos in my head so that I could narrate it for all of you, ended up painting a picture of my youngest son. And that changed my view of him and how I respond to him because it taught me how to understand my youngest better, who has always been a skosh different from typical kids. I don't expect you to do that with your kids, but it could help you explain something about yourself, and if you develop that further, who knows where that may lead. I'll say it here, and I will say it again later. Biographies are never about the subject and its gossip value. Biographies of great achievers are about ourselves. If you see it in that light, then you are forced to see the good in others so that you can find the power and strength in yourself. It's a good thing that Bezos is in the news as much as he is, and that has created a buzz about him, because the lessons that he can teach us just by dissecting his experience and observing his trajectory will be of huge benefit to large swaths of people. Not everyone, though. Some of you may get more benefit from Jack Ma. Others may get more out of learning about Albert Einstein. My only hope is that my humble attempt at piecing together a small sampling of his interesting life and accomplishments plays a role in touching your life and making it better. We all have a little voice in our head that can cause success or chaos. If we fine-tune that voice, it will alert us to things that will catapult us into the realm of our needs and desires. If we trip and start heeding the wrong voice, then we will start to act on our fears and biases. This book is not about choosing which voice you pick, but is about a man that has so finely tuned his senses that he knows exactly which voice is telling him what and knows when to listen to it. It is not something that comes from meticulous and articulate definition, but rather comes from mistakes, reflections, more mistakes, learning, and still more mistakes, and then, after all the challenges have been surmounted, all the problems solved, and all the mountains climbed, we find achievement on the horizon and success in the dawn. Introduction. Let me state up front that you will not see a bad word written about this man in this book. But that is not because this book is written as an adulation to the current wealthiest man on the planet. Instead, it is written this way because we cannot hope to emulate or learn from a man, any man or woman for that matter, that we are mocking or finding fault with. Biographies are not about the subject of the book. Biographies are about the person reading it and their quest to find the spark
Sample complete. Ready to continue?